today is also a day of reemergence for John Fetterman, who's the Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate here in Pennsylvania. Dr. Oz, of course, is the Republican nominee. Yesterday, Wednesday morning, he did his first interview with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. And today, President Biden will be in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, doing an event that's about crime. And then before he goes to Delaware, I guess for the weekend, he's the president coming to Philadelphia and will attend a Democratic fundraiser. And that's where Fetterman will now publicly be seen. This is interesting, TC. In the interview with the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, here's from the Post-Gazette. In the Wednesday morning interview, Mr. Fetterman used closed captioning on the call to make sure he didn't miss any words. His campaign spokesman said afterward, information that was disclosed at Mr. Fetterman's urging for the sake of being totally transparent. The Post-Gazette was given a 20-minute time frame to conduct the interview. I haven't seen the video. I went to the Post-Gazette website. I can't find it if they've published it.
I can't find it either, so I don't think it's out there.
But, you know, the interview in the Post-Gazette, the written narrative sounded like, and this is a wonderful thing, that Fetterman's made a full recovery and he's, back on his feet, walking miles and taking the kids to school or taking to their friend's house. But I have to say, when I got to that line, he used closed captioning on the call to make sure he didn't miss any words.
Right.
I don't know. Gave me some pause.
Well, what it said in the article is that he struggles with his hearing sometimes, so that he's working with a therapist to get that back. He had a stroke.
Yeah,
I mean, he had a stroke.
Right.
The ramifications can be far worse than what he's dealing with. But it sounds like his physical ability is back. Yeah. His cognitive, his brain is fine. It's just that sometimes he misses. This is what I found it. It says, Mr. Fetterman says he has no physical limits, as you said, walking 4 to 5 miles every day in 90-degree heat, understands words and hasn't lost any of his memory. He struggles with hearing sometimes, he said, and may, quote, miss a word or, quote, slur two together, but says it doesn't happen often and he's working with a speech therapist. That actually makes me feel better. If he just said, I'm totally fine, no big deal, and then you caught something.
That was, I agree with what you've said about how he's handling it today. But I find that to be at odds with the lack of disclosure when it happened.
Maybe he's learned.
Right. Maybe he's learned. But they were not as forthcoming initially.